Minecraft for the Gold Age, episode 1100 and... I cannot remember the rest of the numbers, you can't blame me, there's that many episodes. Alright, but hopefully you're all doing right and staying safe, and hello and welcome back. So, I'm just getting secondary device to work there. I was just booting up Minecraft and I want to see a feature if it is disabled in 1.12.2. Okay, it still works, the chat still works. They brought out the age verification thing, recently, so I was wondering, what did I just highlight? A spider with shielding. That is unexpected. Let me go kill that. Alright. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Dang. I forgot how to fight shielding. It's axe. Luckily I have pretty powerful axe. Ah. I will take the obsidian though. That is very useful. I do plan on using some obsidian soon for a build project. Don't know what one yet, but soon. Wow, this is really turning out quite nice. I do have plans for these areas over here. So everything that is like between these bits of the pews, could not speak there, is going to have a flower pot. So flower pots all the way up the sides of the pew sitting area. That is my plan. They're not supposed to be very big, they're probably just gotta be around 3 by 3. But if I can get them to look right, I would put a lot of them in here. But that is kind of my idea for that. But in today's episode we are going to go and collect up some wood. Now, it has been 6 days, or 7 or 8 days since the last episode that I recorded. So I do apologize for that. It has just, been a power against will. Well, it's been, terrible against willpower recently, I tell you. Terrible against willpower. And then, also, my stomach has not been the best of, lately. So that is something that I've said for months now. Alright, so let us go and trying to get to teleport there, but there we go. It should be a little bit laggy. Let me check my settings. I don't want anything getting changed because sometimes NVIDIA likes to change it and I'm like, why are you changing my settings that I already have specifically to play this game at less power than is necessary? I could play on like higher graphics if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. I don't need it. Let's see. We are going to head back home, and we're heading back home so that we can go and head into the Twilight Forest so that we can gather up some spruce wood. That is primarily what I need from the Twilight Forest, and I need to go find oak wood. But the problem is I don't know if oak wood spawns in a good abundance in this biome, so... Is there any oak tree biomes? There's a lot of oak, but it's really scattered. It is really scattered. These look like oak trees. But I'm not trusting it. I'm not trusting it. Oh wait, they might actually be oak trees. But they might be birch. They kind of look like birch trees if I'm being honest. It's very hard to tell the difference, I tell you. Very hard to tell the difference. Well, that's a regular oak tree there, so... Yeah, that should be oak. We'll have to go investigate, I tell you. We'll have to go investigate. Because I am in dire need of some spruce wood and oak wood. And the reason why we need so much oak wood, I should really mine that pillar for the obsidian. Like, I have so many build ideas and getting around to, what you call it, using some of them, it's a pain. Oh, hello there, the all-seeing dude. It took me a second to read your name because it was all lower caps. No, so I have a hair on my tongue and it was, really, really annoying. Alright, we have to head deeper into the forest so that we can grab these ginormous spruce trees without breaking up the sightline. And I'm not getting chased by a yeti. I do not. That's a shielding yeti. That one would be even more of a pain to fight. How about this? We'll break this tree right here. Bam. Not bad at all. I should not regen my hunger, and the reason why I should not regen my hunger, I'm gonna be chopping down trees. My hunger's gotta go down super fast due to tree capitator. So, obviously, it would be a bad idea to regen your hunger to now. Alright. Let me shove that in there to now. Where does that go? That should go in the yellow backpack, I'm pretty sure. String can go in there. And I'll just use this as food, you know, in a little second. And oh, yep, it goes in there. I was trying to figure out like what one it goes in. This is probably not even enough spruce wood for what we're, you know, needing. We need a lot of spruce wood. So I'll chop down one more of these trees, and then we'll go and gather up some oak wood. These are not oak trees, sadly. It would be very useful if they were. Let's see, let me put that there. I'll eat this, just to get a little bit of hunger. I don't really need the tree saplings, do I? I have way too many spruce saplings, if I'm being honest. Way too many. Sort of aggroed one of the thingies on me. That's a building over there. The building's made of brick. I should really destroy the building for its brick. That's not a bad idea. Why did I not think about coming to the Twilight Forest for some bricks? I feel like I could have, you know, used that to my advantage, you know, ages ago. Also, we got so much spruce wood from this. This is actually quite a good amount. But that does raise the fact I should really probably break this in now, because I'm probably going to need bricks very soon. I do plan on working on a main build, and bricks are very delectable blocks to have for that. Alright. I'm trying to see what was the best approach to this. Also, I realized I could also take this roof. I'm basically taking the whole building, basically. Alright, let me grab these stairs. Stairs are like, you know, so expensive. It costs 6 bricks to make 1 stairs. And that's like, you know, too expensive to waste. Oh no, the skeletons have found out that I'm stealing their house. I am stealing their house. There is actually fire down below. Grab that. We lost one of those. Hello! And, oh, hello! I lit that up! I don't really want to break it, I could use it for something in the future. I just want to need the bricks. There we go. We're house robbing, that's what we're basically doing here. Luckily I can easily, you know, one-shot them with my sword. Not even because the sword is powerful, it's because, you know, the sword has an enchantment that instantly kills anything that's skeletified. I do wonder, does bosses count for that? I've not tried it on certain bosses yet. I know that they kill these guys quite fast, but I don't know if they kill other things quite fast yet. That'd be something that we'll have to try in the future. And that is a sizable chunk of brick. That is brilliant. We can use that, you know, quite efficiently for, you know, what we're building very soon. But also I need a lot of this oak wood. It's primarily the stairs that I'm really wanting. So I will take all of what I can from this. Let me just shift so I do not fall. And we'll just start to destroy their entire home. One piece at a time. One piece at a time. Hopefully they don't whack me off with like one of their magical spells. I need to actually get back up now and then trim all of this away. And then I need to get back up and trim all of this away. Which is actually quite a lot of oak wood. Quite a lot of oak wood. I did kind of run out of room in my inventory, so let me sort that out by shoving the bricks in here with some of the other bricks I already have. There we go. That is a cave ogre. Those drop diamonds. I should really kill that. I should really kill that. If it's still there in, you know, a little bit, I'll go and kill it for you. Alright? Alright. So, let us go and break all of this. Break all of this along here. And just start me breaking all of this along here. I feel bad, you know, I'm basically taking their entire house. Just because I wanted their bricks and then I saw their roof and then I've taken their roof now. Their roof beyond me. I'm basically a termite now. It's termite time. Oh, how's it going? 3 skulls. Why is there so many? I've never seen this many of them before. I'm getting like so many skulls. I should like camp this for like, you know, materials and all that. This thing is actually pretty good. I'll actually shove all the glowberries I get in there. I'll put that in there. Put all the stuff that I do not actually need in here. Like their hole, the golden hole. We don't really need that. Not very necessary, to be honest. We'll just stack that up like that. Boop. Hopefully they don't see me, like, you know, taking the rest of the roof here now. Oh, no, they saw me. Termite noises. Termite noises. No, please. I'm actually getting low. And I'm not dying to this thing. Special 58 levels. Luckily I do have last stand on my armor. Which gives me a bit of, you know, safety netting. If I do, you know, almost die. Boop. There's more. Let me grab all this bankside area. And we should just be able to just trim it all now. All the way down. There we go. Robbing house for wood. Reminds me of a video that I saw recently. It was this Australian guy and he, you know, found this dump area. Someone had dumped all their stuff. And he built a picnic out of the, you know, the garbage that was left behind. And it was a quite nice picnic bench. And someone stole it, like, you know, 3 days later. And I'm like, you know, Australia for you. That is Australia for you. Something looks nice, they'll probably take it. And it'd be in the front yard, they won't even care. But they stole the bench 3 days later. And then he went to a building that was getting destroyed. Yeah. He was going to a building that was getting destroyed, and for like 3 days straight, he took it down. Well, not down, but he started chopping all of the wood out of it so that the lumber could be recycled instead of put to skip. Which is actually quite nice, to be honest. I like when people, you know, recycle material like that. There we go. You don't really get, you know, stuff like that in the UK. It's always like, you know... Well, I would say in the UK we do actually get some of it, but it's always for like a TV show for these people, I tell you. Like, they'll fix up, like, you know, some old drawers and sell it for like $200. I'm almost dead. Help me! Help me! I'm almost dead! I'm almost dead! Oh. I almost died there. I almost died there. Oh. I guess that's what I get for being a termite. Oh, what did I hit there? Don't know what I hit there. Let's see. That bones can actually go into the backpack, and that's a good sizable chunk of bones, to be honest. Let me sort my backpack out a bit. That is a good sizable amount of bones. Let's see. Can I use these for anything? No. They're used for something, but I'm not figuring that out now. Is there any food sources I have on me? I have 2 melons. I'm not really needing to break those now. I guess I could rely on my apple source. But I was kind of hoping to use those for golden apples. I've got to have some food somewhere. We got potatoes. Let's see. I'm looking for something that can give me a little bit more. You know what? I found melon slices. We'll use that. Also, my axe really needs to go to the grindstone, I tell you. Really needs to go to the grindstone. I was not expecting how much of my axe would be taken out today. But the thing is, I did kind of just go on a, you know, chopping spree. I should have used my orified diamond axe. I built that like ages ago. Left it in a chest and I finally just got around to using it. Look at that house, it looks so pathetic now. It looks so pathetic now. I've just absolutely gutted the entire place. Ooh, there's... a little bit more health, please. Yes, I'm going for that 1 stairs. I'm that stingy. Onwards. Where is home? Oh, home's just up north here. North, a little bit to the left. Alright. So, we'll head on this way. Luckily, I've not been picked up by any yetis. Luckily, they've not decided to go hostile and go ramble on my butt today. There was no way out there. And I almost... I cannot use that to climb through. I thought it would be like the, you know, ones that you have in the nether, but no, no. I'm very tempted to mine that obsidian pillar. The thing is, I do use obsidian for certain builds, but I'm planning on... I've not really, you know, talked about this idea too much, but I'm actually planning on building a build in... My brain started firing there, do apologise. I was actually planning on doing a addition to my... What's it called? I'm trying to process through my brain, you know, what you would call it. But I'm planning on processing a idea, or getting it all ready. And that idea is a TNT tree farm. And I was thinking about doing that. It will take a while to get right, especially in 1.12.2, it's very hard to do. But I am very tempted to, you know, try it out. I should really finish this carpet. Do I actually have my shulker with the wool in it? Yeah, I do. I should really go and bake something up. I only have 1 carpet I can place down. Alright, so let us go and break that, and I'll shove that back in there. And I should really take a little walk down to the thingy before I head over back to Voxtown so that I can finish working on some more pews. Yes, that's why I have all of this, you know, oak stairs, is for building pews. I have a specific build that requires so much oak. Like, you would expect the spruce to take a lot, and it does. But for some reason, this one just takes so much, you know, oak. And it's annoying. It's annoying. Alright. So, let us go and head over this way. Oh, you scared the life out of me. I saw you from the corner of my eye and I just jumped. Oh. Oh, my heart. Oh. You saw me, like, totally jump there. Oh. Oh, give me a second, King. Oh. Okay. Get out of here. I will use your food source. I was not expecting that to be counted as a dark spot. But luckily it told me that it was a dark spot. And that's a dark spot there. Why did I leave so many dark spots down here? Also, there's my box that I keep all of my stone in. Well, not stone, bricks. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. Alright, let me shove all of that in there. I really gotta have to put some more of my other bricks in there. This is not the final ceiling. Sorry, I'm just looking at this now. I've gotten totally distracted and I started like processing in my head like, this would be nice to work on now, but no, I can't. I can't. Though I do need to find out the chest that has bones in it. Where do I keep my bones? Do I still have it in the wall over here? I still have it in the wall over here. Well, that would have been good to know earlier. There we go. I normally like to keep all of the, you know, same, like, you know, mob drops in a certain area of my inventory. So that's why a lot of them are in certain spots. And I put that in there. Yep, there we go. And if there anything else I need to drop off? Gunpowder. I've gotten quite a lot of creeper kills. And it all goes in this top one. Not too bad. How much I actually have of those? I need to get barehanded to do this. I have 229, and I have 644 string, 367 bolts. That is a lot. Also, I do have 16 skills. So that's 40. That's 40. That's 56 skulls I have in there now. We only have one creeper skull. You know how hard it is to get creeper skulls in 1.12.2? It seems to be like the most annoying thing to get, and it's creeper skulls. Well, creeper heads. And the thing is, I normally get them from just swiping them, and they just drop normally. It's like a very low rate, and I've been getting quite a lot of them for some reason. That is very surprising, to be honest. I was not expecting when I first got one. And I was not expecting to get a whole block. And I should really delete that waypoint. I think I will in a second. Wait 1 second. Alright. I'm going to delete that waypoint. And I'm going to make a whole new one. That'll be our one for the main. Just so I do not get absolutely obliterated the next time I decide to pop back over. Alright. How many blocks in front are you? You're 3 blocks in front. Yeah? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. That's there. You know what? I don't have to count it out loud. You know, you kinda get what I'm going at here. And also I accidentally misplaced there. It's bound to happen, I tell you, it's bound to happen. There we go. You can tell why these, you know, pews are so expensive, but also, is that the perfect point to stop there, or should I do one more pew? No. That to be how many pews are in here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pews. That is a lot of pews, to be honest. That is a lot of pews. Alright, so you are here from this window. Alright. So you're the third glass pane. Third glass pane over here. And I guess that should be... yeah. I kind of expected it to have spruce at the end. Alright, how long is one of these oak pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 pieces of block. So that's 13 blocks of stairs if you're counting them without labeling them. That is a lot of stairs. I actually do have enough oak wood, I assume. So it's 11, right? So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah? That's 3 blocks in front. That is not 3 blocks in front. I almost made a mistake there. And that's 3 blocks. That's 3 blocks. And this will be the last line. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, well that's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is all of those pews. You can tell the image that we're kind of going for here, and it's going to look quite nice. I will actually change up the pews in the future. I do have a future idea for the pews, but I'm not getting around to doing that anytime soon, as I've just not gotten like full idea of what I want those kind of pews to look like. But I do plan on renovating the pews and changing them up. There we go. So we go like this. And we go like this. And then we do the exact same thing on the other side. Drag it all the way along. And you know what, I'll just do that there. There we go. So we'll go and place that there. Place that there, and I'll just go all the way along. I do need to add the little parts of separation, but we'll do that in a minute. I knew I was going to do it. I had, you know, that little tiny misclick, and I knew, like, before it even placed, I've just done a misclick. You ever get those, like, moments, like, you know, I know that this is going to happen, but it's going to happen anyway. And those kind of suck, I tell you. Those kind of suck. Let me break that. And we'll bring it all the way along here. Oh, so what time are we at? Oh, we're almost at 30 minutes already. We're gonna have to, what do you call it? Quickly do some more of these pews now before I end off for today's episode. If you're on the Twitch side, we'll be restarting. Let's see. There we go. And place that there. I'm gonna try and, you know, finish off this before the end of today's episode. Not the full, you know, pew, but at least, you know, a good chunk of the pews. And then all I need to do is just add the fine little details afterwards. There we go. And place that there. Bam. Oh poop, I forgot to do those pews over there. I've totally forgotten about those pews over there. But I will end off this episode here. Oop, accidentally clicked the wrong button there, I do apologise. So, that'll be where we end off this episode here. Have a nice day, stay safe, as always, so much listening because vitamins are very important. I'll be seeing things from other CCs. Bye bye.